This video is brought to you by Compounding Improvements. Here is Vin and Ofre on the sharing economy. Rising startups are offering solutions to boost your income with huge earning potentials for the everyday user. But before we tap into that, it feels like you and I need some convincing on why you need to embrace it. Number 1, salaries are declining. The average gross salary for young adults aging to 34-year-old in developed countries has gone from $36,000 to $33,000 since 1992. This trend is not going away as jobs are being increasingly outsourced to freelancers, especially in emerging countries where the labor is cheaper or they're being automated by AI. Number 2. 98% of all new jobs created in the past 7 years are freelance or part-time. Every time someone writes a line of code, a job is transformed. It's the only path ahead for humans to evolve since our economy is already on a high level. For instance, when digital music was started, music stores died. Before Netflix, Blockbuster would be employed hundreds of sales attendants everywhere. The ratio of revenue per employee in the fastest growing companies is also being constantly highlighted. Instagram, for example, was purchased by Facebook for $1 billion with only 17 employees in 2012, while Sports Direct International, which are a warehouse for sports products, had over 18,000 employees with almost the same market valuation. Humans will need new skills fast and reinvent themselves into new jobs as it has happened before. Number 3. The 4 horsemen: Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Google. Their respective investments on artificial intelligence, virtual reality, self-driving cars, and seamless user experience is something never seen before. Amazon is trailing a new store now in Silicon Valley called Amazon Go, in a few other states as well. When you walk in, your phone beeps. When you pick up your stuff, put in your baskets, your phone scans it. When you walk out of the door, your phone logs into your account in Amazon and effectively pays for your basket. Where will cashiers go then? Number 4. Artificial intelligence. 10 years ago, AI couldn't recognize your face. Now if you turn your phone upside down, put in a bloody picture of a full stadium, and Facebook will still ask you, do you want to tag your name in this picture? JP Morgan has outsourced hundreds of legal decisions to AI. Why talk to a lawyer when AI has 10,000s of legal precedents it can go through in a microsecond? Number 5. Beauty without a soul. But what about the arts? A professor of music called David Cope from UC Santa Cruz wrote software in 1994 that even then would make classical music compositions. The tech has been evolving since then, and just a few years ago he couldn't get a record label to produce his music, so he did a test. Would classical experts tell the difference between the software compositions and Mozart? With the experts having to guess which compositions were his software versus which ones were originally from Mozart, not only they couldn't tell the difference, but they also got it the other way around. They thought his software's compositions were actually Mozart, and that Mozart was his software. Is that beauty without a soul? Number 6. The business model. A. Some people have an excess of an item. Empty rooms, empty cars, a car parked for the entire day without users. B. Some people want access to that resource. There is a platform in the middle to help with discovery, transactions, problems, mediation, ratings, such as Airbnb and Uber. If you brainstorm where there is access in your life, you can profit in this model. Number 7. the winner takes all. If you create £1 in value and you have a boss who has a board and who has a shareholders, then how much of that pound do you actually get to keep? In the 1960s, a global CEO might make 5 times the average employee. Now, a global CEO makes about 200 times the average employee. The answer, you get none of those pounds, and the CEO, board members, and shareholders get all of it through stocks. And what's that £1 anyway? It's the money you created for the company, but every day less of it is yours. And guess what? In an economic downturn, who do you think they will fire first? The CEO or you? We know the answer. Executives took billions of dollars in bonuses when the banks got 600 billions in bailout money from the governments across the world in 2009, and everyone else got fired. Number 8. The fear of stepping onto the arena. I get it. It's scary to get out of your comfort zone. I procrastinated so much before taking the courage of creating my own blog, course, or YouTube channel. People have mortgages, kids, elders who depend on them. It's easy to be afraid of slipping back in lifestyle. But what most people don't realize is you don't need to quit your job to be part of the sharing economy. You can do it as a hobby to boost your income. Number 9. Jobs won't create self-actualization, but this will. Every day, try to improve your relationships. A Harvard study showed that relationships is what make us happy and live longer. B. Competence. Be so good they can ignore you. And C. Experiences. Invest in experiences rather than things. You get to keep the great memories. Last but not least, skills and ideas are the new currents in the sharing economy, not certificates and titles. I hope you enjoyed this video.